This is Dr. TV, PhD in psychology. I watched the news today. During the Democratic National Convention, we learned, and please everyone get it right, that it's Kamala, not Kamala. Okay, so today's topic is on gender identity disorder. Now, this is coming from the American Psychiatric Association, right from the DSM. Okay, so a lot of people say, "Well, I didn't know that was a disorder." Yes, it is. The DSM is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Okay, from the APA. Now, it's just simple. Okay, when a male desires to be a female or a female desires to be a male, okay, they have tendencies of opposite sex, to be the opposite sex. Now, what are some disorders that associate with this? Some effects: suicide, separation anxiety, and depression. Okay, so a lot of things go on with this disorder because people are really going through a lot of things in their minds, when they have this disorder. So you can imagine how difficult it's for this to be, because I know we don't like to say norms, but in society, norms as of today is abnormal. Okay? We still have the norms of male and female. You're a male, you're a male, you're a female, you're a female. And that's the attraction, male and female. But yes, things are changing rapidly. And we are seeing a lot of disorders that's going along with this. Because I want to focus on not the people that's actually going through the gender disorder, but the people around them. Okay? Because a lot of people don't realize that a mother that has, say, a son that wants to be a female, that's making her psychiatry too. Okay? That's affecting her mental disorders also. So what's going on with that? You are seeing your child, the male that you had, that's growing up wanting to be a female. I have had kids, boys, that want to be on the dance team with the girls, that want to try out for the cheerleading team. And honestly, I have had parents that have come and said, "Hey, I don't want my child to make this team. I don't want my child to be a dancer or a cheerleader." And guess what? That child could have been the best. And I have seen it where the boy was better than the girls, but the parent did not want that. So not only does this disorder affect the people that are actually going through it, also the people around them. I'll give you another example. We know we have the same-sex marriages. And so you have men married to men and women married to women. I have had this scenario where it was two men, okay, and they were foster parents. And they was fostering one of the students, and one of the males was very flamboyant, very feminine-like, and, with the twist and the talk and the hands and, all that. He was very much out like that. And the foster child was extremely embarrassed by this. And he acted out. And of course, kids are cruel. Kids are very cruel. So, yeah, they talked about him. They bullied him. They would say bully now. Back in my days, we said Joan a lot. And he got very angry. And he was very embarrassed and humiliated by this. So, yes, we do have this. Yes, we always say, it doesn't matter the parents as long as you are loved. But one thing you cannot do is you cannot tell a person how to feel. Okay? You can talk to them and say, oh, it's okay, this is right, or don't worry about this or whatever, but you really can't tell a person how to feel. So regardless of if we're trying to make this a norm, the person that's suffering, you cannot make them feel okay about it. That has to come within their own terms. So that's pretty much what I wanted to kind of talk about today, because not everyone see other people who are always also experiencing this disorder, because humiliation, embarrassment is a part of depression. You can become depressed, be in a state of depression, but by this. And a lot of people say, oh, you can't worry about what other people say, or people going to talk anyway, which they do, and which they are. But you cannot tell that person how to feel. It may be all good for you, like, oh, I ain't worried about this, I ain't studying them. I don't give a flip. They can say what they want to say about me or about my child. But you can't stop that from bothering that child or that parent, because it does affect them. I remember a case years ago where this father was so upset and mad and angry that his child was gay. And, the mother had accepted it. But the father, he couldn't accept that his son was with other men. And he killed him. This was years ago. He killed his son because he said he couldn't take that, him laying up with a man. And he killed his son. So you cannot stop a person from being who they want to be or who they feel they should be. We all know that. We're not trying to argue that. No, you can't do that. But you cannot tell another person also that they have to accept that. No, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to agree with it. It's going to happen, though. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. We already know that. It's going to happen. So I guess your thoughts on this, because it's a difficult conversation. It's something that's most definitely happening. We can't stop it. We see same-sex marriages now rapidly all over the United States. It's happening. Even in states where they're not still allowing it, permitting this to happen, just go to another state. Okay, so same sexes are getting married and they have children. They're adopting children, fostering children, having surrogates to have their children. So this is happening. So, I'm the type of person, I have already told you, I don't believe in right or wrong. I don't believe in that, because we can debate and argue about right and wrong all day long, all night long. We'll still be going back and forth. So I only do fact and fiction. It's either real or it's not. Okay, so I do have an opinion though about one thing about the gender disorder. I really don't believe, and this is my opinion, you can fight me about it, talk about me about it or whatever, but this is just my opinion. And this is just the way I feel. I don't believe that any child under the age of 18 should make a decision or have the right to make a decision to have their sex changed. I just don't believe that. You know, you talking about a child that can't even vote, can't even smoke a cigarette, can't even have alcoholic beverages, can't even look at a rated X movie, but you can decide to change your gender. No, I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. And that's just me. You know, I know a lot of parents say, my child is suffering, my child is in this body that's that they should not be in, and they are going through some things. I understand that. I understand that perfectly. But this is just my opinion. And it's not something that I have been through or something that I'm dealing with. So I don't know your pain on that end. But for a child, 12 and 13 years old, saying that they're going from male to female or from female to male, I don't believe that. I believe that they should be able to at least have graduated high school. That's me. Okay? So you can debate me on that all you want. I don't even want to debate on it. That's because this is my opinion. And I have a right to that. Just like you, everyone has a right to their opinion. But having a boy have his penis removed, or a girl taking hormone pills or whatever, not to develop breasts or have something put in to identify as a male under the age of 18, and I don't believe that's just too much for me. Let's let these children focus on trying to get an education. That's what I'm saying. Let them try to focus on trying to get through puberty and get through high school. And see at that age, when you get to that point, if you still even want to do that. Because I have seen instances where people have said that they wish they had not changed their gender. They wish they can go back and do it all over again. They will make the decision not to do it. Okay, so that's just me. You can agree or disagree. And I would love to hear your comments on that. But that's just something that I believe. But I see it in our kids now. I have had a child come to me in tears because the kids were talking about her, bullying her because she liked girls. And we talking about a 12-year-old child. And this is just the sweetest child ever. Just sweet, beautiful. It hurt me that she was hurting. But kids are cruel. This right here, it causes depression in a 12-year-old child. Gender disorder. Recently, you know, since I've been getting into the YouTube thing, I always have been like the old-fashioned, you know, I've been a Facebook person. I never TikTok, I never Instagram, I never X'd, I never did all that. So my niece came over and set me up with all these things on my phone. And boy, when I tell you, I started seeing a lot of things that I had no idea that was going on. You know, I really did. And there's a lot of things on that social media. And I actually had one of my students who was very, very, very flamboyant. It's a boy. And, you know, it just, I don't know. Well, when I started looking at this TikTok, I seen this guy. Well, I saw this guy, I meant to say. That this child, when I tell you, he was just like him. With his mannerisms and the way he talked and the way he did his head and dap his fingers and all. I mean, to the T. So I said to myself, wait a minute. I said, I'm looking at this child this child is acting just like this person on this TikTok. So I still then start wondering, well, is where he getting this from? I don't know. Is this natural? Is he picking this up from social media? Because I'm looking at this person on TikTok and I'm looking at my student. I'm like, he's doing exactly. He had the exact mannerisms, period. And it's a lot of mannerisms that's going on TikTok with the gender disorder. A lot of men, they act like women or they flamboyant, and I'm seeing this. But he was like identical to what this other guy was doing. So I'm saying to myself, well, is he really getting this from TikTok? Is this where he's getting this mannerism from? And is this what's making him comfortable? And yeah, the kids talk about him. And be honest with you, now kids are saying things that are very adult. If you know what I mean, they're saying things that he is like and what he's doing and what he do to boys and stuff like that. I mean, these coming from children's mouth. And they're getting it from this social media, I know, but I'm like, wow, what are we exposing our kids to? And the child is defending himself all flamboyant. What you talking about? I like girls. I got a girlfriend. And that's how he's acting. That's he's doing all that. Say he got a girlfriend. And then, want to get, there no girl want no boy who acting like that. I mean, and I'm like, y'all stop talking. Y'all, that's enough of that. But this is what's going on. I'm telling you, inside the classroom. So it's just a lot. This right here, this subject's a lot. We will revisit this. But like I said, my only thing is that gender disorder is real. Okay, it's not going away. But it not only affects the person that wants to change their gender or that's attracted to the same gender, it affects other people around them. We have instances where we have a man and a woman that's been married, that have kids, and all of a sudden, one decides, hey, I'm homosexual now. I never forget, I had a co-worker that was married to this big dude, big handsome man. And they had kids, and he wanted to be a mama. And I mean, it shocked her because she had no idea that he even thought about men like that or even was homosexual, period. And he wanted to be a woman. So he wound up being transgender. And she said the first time she saw him dressed up like a woman, it shocked her. And I never forget because the only thing she was thinking about, she was like, those big old feet in those women's shoes. She's like, I just couldn't believe it. And then he said to her, how do I look? And she was like, she said she didn't open her mouth. So another thing too is you start off as the male and female couple, mom and dad with the children. But then it turns into two moms. Because now dad is transgender and is a woman. How does that affect a child? Okay, so we thinking about a whole nother set of disorders that's going on. That's all I have for today. I would love to hear your comments. Mental disorder is very real. Take it seriously. If you have, or if you are having a mental crisis, please dial 988. Please subscribe to my channel so we can communicate because I really need to know, what do you think? Have a great week. I will be posting again in the next couple of days and we will talk. Bye-bye.